Here we're going to take a layer that's in a map document and export it to a shapefile so that you can either look at the tabular data or share it with somebody who needs the shapefile. So the first step is after downloading the data to your computer, you navigate to the exercises folder in the course, go to Chapter 1, Exercises, then go to Map Doc, and then here you have the list of exercises. We want to select 111. Alright, so exercise 111 should open. You should have two layers in it, cities and county boundaries ID 2018. You should have a picture of Idaho shown on your map. So here we want to export the cities layer. So what we want to do, first off, let's just take a look at what's in this data. So you can open up the attribute by right-clicking on the layer and going to Open Attribute Table. Now, the attribute table should show up. And here you can look at the attribute table, see what kind of data and what fields you have in there. Looks like we have latitude, longitude, and the name of the city. So these are all different points of where those cities are. We can go ahead and close that. So to export this data from the table of contents, we want to right-click on this cities layer and then go down to Data, Export Data. Now we want to choose where we want to export the layer. Let's pick somewhere that makes sense. Let's use the directory for the class that we've already mapped. So we'll go into Exercises, Chapter 1 Exercises. And for the data that we're going to export, let's select the Output folder. Now that we've selected the folder, we want to also name the file that we're going to export. So let's call this one cities_ex111.shp. So that's a shapefile. And we'll try and use naming conventions that make sense so we know exactly what data we're working with and which section or lesson it applies to. So we want to call it cities_ex111. And then we can just go down here to the Save As type and select Shapefile, and it should finish it up for us with the file type. And now we can press Save. So now we've said where we want to export the data to. Now we want to make sure that it was exporting all the features, use the source data coordinate system, that's what it's asking for. So everything here looks okay. So let's go ahead and press All right. Asks, do you want to add the exported data to the map as a layer? We can if you want, or we can say no. Let's just say no for this instance. Now we want to go look at the tabular data in that city's shapefile we just exported. And so we want to open up our file browser. So we want to go back to the main level. So we see exercises. We'll go to Chapter 1 Exercises, and then we'll go to that output folder we used previously. And then here we have cities ex111. And there's a whole bunch of different files associated with the shapefile. The only one we're interested in is the .dbf. And let's try and open that. You may get an error saying it doesn't know what to open it with. So in this instance, we'll say, please use Microsoft Office. There we go. Now that the file opens in Microsoft Excel, you can now see that that .dbf cities, that _.dbf, has the same data we saw in the attribute when we were looking at the layer in ArcMap. So we got the latitude, longitude, and name. So this applies to instances where people might want whatever layer or feature class that you have in your map, they would like to have the tabular data regarding that. This is one way to do that.